Hi everyone, this is part 8 of the playthrough. I fight Bee Queen in this video, and you can probably guess by now how I'm going to fight her. There are other options, but using the bunny farm just makes sense given how close the hive is to the location of my base. Another hound wave, and this time I choose to use the tentacles in the swamp. I can't use the pigs or bunnies because it's autumn and the fire hounds will burn down my base. If I'm going to use the swamp for the hounds, I have to make sure not to use the tentacles that are too close to any reeds. I don't want to lose any reeds to the fire from the hounds. I think that I decided that I wanted to start building a hound trap area around this time to deal with future firehounds. So I'm entering this wormhole to see if it leads to a place where I can build my trap area. I could always use the different mobs that I've used so far to deal with hound waves, but a trap area just kills them so much faster. It takes time and resource to build a trap area, but I think it saves time in the long run if I choose to extend playing this world. I'm digging up the turf where I'll be placing down my hound traps. I don't like placing traps where lure plants or eye plants can spawn. My trap areas tend to be a little bit away from my base and I do not always see them spawn. The eye plants can quickly devour a lot of the traps if I'm not able to destroy the lure plant in time. So I'll place the traps down on flooring where they cannot spawn. A hound trap area doesn't really have to be this far away from your base. Even with firehounds, I could place the traps in a small area where nothing would burn. But hounds are not safe for me to spawn near my base because of the different mobs that I like to have around me. I cannot afford to risk a firehound spawning near my pig or bunny farm, and I do not want any hounds to spawn near my geckos. I don't have enough hound teeth yet to build as many traps as I want, but the number of traps will grow in time with each succeeding hound wave, and I could eventually cover all of the checkered flooring with traps if I wanted to. The geckos are taking longer than I expected for them to spawn, and I wanted to use the second pen as my pen for vault goats. I guess it doesn't really matter if I place the vault goats inside of the pen, while I also spawn the geckos from the grass. So I'm opening up the fences now so that I can move the vault goat herd in the desert inside of the pen. made a few beekeeper hats to protect myself when I fight Bee Queen. I would normally make more, but the bunnies are going to do most of the fighting for me. I'm also making football helms to give to the bunnies. Beekeeper hats are better for fighting Bee Queen, but football helms are cheaper for me right now because I have not yet made a spider farm. Now I'm going to move the vault goats into that pen with the grass. I'm just waiting for night so that it's easier for me to kill all of the goats except for the last one before I move them. I wasn't able to get the herd down to the last goat before they woke up, so now I'm going to chase one of them to get it to fight me. I don't really know what happened here. I know I've done this before, and all I had to do was hit it once before it remained aggro towards me. But for some reason, this vault goat just kept running away. I didn't want to walk all the way back to my base for a boomerang, so I just kept chasing it. Fortunately, I'm getting another hound wave, so now I decided to just use the hounds to kill the goat. The goat would also be enough to distract the hounds so that I wouldn't have to run away from them. Finally, I can move the last goat into the pen. You can click on this link for how to move vault goats to get them to spawn in your base. I can't really do all that much while the goat is sleeping, so I'll just return to it in the morning. For now, I'm going to drop my meat items here so that I can safely place the football helms on the bunnymen. If I've changed the goat's spawn location, then this one vault goat should be able to eventually multiply itself back into a full herd inside of this pen. I'm almost ready to fight Bee Queen, so I placed Chester here to act as my storage area for healing items. It's not safe for me to carry jerky or pierogi while fighting Bee Queen because the bunnies could actually turn on me if I'm carrying the meat. This was pretty careless of me. I did get a phone call at this point, so I stood by the scaled furnace thinking that it would be enough light. But I wasn't close enough, and by the time I realized that I was in danger, it was a little too late. I had so much food from farming those bunnies so often that I decided to use some of the excess food to befriend all of my pigs. I wanted to bring all of them to the fight with Bee Queen alongside the bunnies. I'm really overdoing it, but if I'm going to cheese the fight, then I might as well go all the way. I'm befriending a lot of the bunnies as well. That too is not really necessary. Bunnies are already naturally aggressive towards Bee Queen and her grumblebees, but it will help me when I try to focus the bunny's aggression towards the queen and not the grumblebees. I'm carrying some jerky at this point, which is a little dangerous around the bunnies, but Maxwell's life was dropping so quickly after just a few hits, and I didn't want to have to keep walking back to Chester to heal. I just had to be a little careful, not to get cornered by the bunnies if they decide to turn on me. As expected, I didn't really have to participate all that much in the fight. I have the Bee Queen crown, which is a great item which I love to use for Deerclops. It reverses the effect of the sanity aura from monsters while we wear it. So instead of losing sanity while fighting Deerclops, I will be gaining sanity. I can now also craft the Bunding Wrap, which is one of the best items in the game for exploring the ruins. I'll be using that later on when I clear the entire ruins during the second summer. Royal jelly is used to make jelly beans in the crockpot. They regenerate 2 health every 2 seconds for 2 minutes. I think I'm trying to remind myself here what I want to do in winter by placing the items I'll need for next time. That's all for now, guys. In the next part, I'll be farming Krampus for the Krampus sack, and I'll also be fighting Claus. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you then.